What's happening, everybody? Your boy Dad's Son Gaming here. What's going on? Let me make my sound so we sound is good, possibly. So today I'm going to actually talk about the Madden. Why do I still have music? Coming in? Might be a delay. Give me 1 second here. Make sure all of our systems are all go here. Make sure we're good here. I guess we're pretty good. I think let me adjust something really quick, folks. There we go. All right, cool. All right. This way I shouldn't be echoing. I think I was echoing at first. All right, so let's jump into this live, and we're going to talk about this, what you see here. It is the Madden Championship Series. And what you didn't know, or some of you may have known, but what you may not have known if you're just getting Madden or you're just getting into Madden is you might not have known that, hey, there's a big tournament. Even though they kind of show it, people have had questions about it. I've had some people who are just casual gamers ask me about it. And you know, I kind of had to dig in myself and do a little research, and I want to make sure I give you good, accurate information. That's why I got the site up here. I'm going to quote from that as well. And for those of you who follow me, you followed my journey from playing the Madden on the Xbox current gen to moving over to the next gen. And I'm going to be flat out honest. If you're a current gen player coming to next gen, you're going to get your butt kicked real quick, because there's a vast difference in the gameplay, especially when you have the passing on. We're going to do a whole video about that. And some of you may adapt, but it's a big adaptation coming over. Now, one of the reasons I purchased the Xbox Next Gen is because even as a casual gamer, I wanted to have an opportunity to play in a tournament. I mean, whether I win anything, whether I get slaughtered or whatever, it doesn't matter. It's just the fact that you have an opportunity this year to compete and win a share of $1.7 million. That's right, folks. It is $1.7 million. Let me repeat that. $1.7 million up for grabs in Madden. And so I want to go through this, and I want to show you guys, number one, how to register. Number two, what you're going to need to register, and hopefully give you guys some good direction, because I just registered myself. And so we're going to go through and read it off the website here. So it says, welcome to the Madden Championship Series. Register and compete in the Ultimate Kickoff, Thanksgiving, wildcard events. All roads lead to the Ultimate Bowl, where there's your chance to earn your share of $1.7 million. About the MCS, play like mad this Madden 23 NFL season. Compete against the best players in the world in the Madden Championship Series. Register, compete, win your share of $1.7 million. Here's the format. Now, we missed the first one. The first one was the MCS Ultimate Kickoff. And literally, you get your points for the bigger one, but that was a tournament as well. And so as you see here, you'll see the tournaments that's coming up. The first one was, the registration was August 8th. And it was a ladders between August 8th and August 20th. Then we had the September one coming up, September 22nd through November 22nd. So you can register for that one now. Then we have the wild card. Then we have the Madden Bowl, which is in January to February. And you can kind of see all the rules here. If we go to the official rules, you're going to have the right console. And so what I do want to cover is what's needed if you do want to compete with this, or if you want to jump in. It says no purchase necessary to enter, void where prohibited or restricted by law. Competition overview. This Madden Championship Series, MCS, is sponsored by Electronic Arts, EA, Redwood Shores Parkway, blah, blah, blah. The MCS is a series of competitive video game events conducted by EA Sports Madden NFL 23 game for Xbox Series X or X and PlayStation 5 consoles, supported platforms. So I'm going to stop it right here. Some people who have an Xbox One may think they can compete in this tournament, but you cannot. As the website says here, the official Madden EA Games website, you must have a next gen console. Now, there is a lot of confusion around the consoles because Xbox has so many versions. It is very hard to get caught up with. PlayStation, to make it easy, says you need a PlayStation 5 console. If you got a PlayStation 5, you can compete. So again, you can do one or the other. So there'll be people who are competing on the PlayStation 5. There are going to be people who are competing on the Xbox Series X or X. Now, let me share with you something. I'm going to switch over the screen. Some people may confuse Xbox One X with a current gen, with a next gen console. So this is there are two types of Xbox. This is the Xbox One X. I'm going to pull up a picture right here so we can see it. If you have an Xbox One X and your console looks like this is not a next gen console. This is a current gen console. Some people will go out and buy that. I had a friend of mine who was going to compete that went out and bought this. He had to take it back because there is some confusion. So to clear up the confusion for you, you have the Xbox One X, which is a current gen system. You can't participate in Madden if you have a current gen system. Then you have the Xbox One S with the S, that's a current gen system. When you get your Xbox, you want to make sure it's a next gen. So the Xbox Series X and Series S are are next gen systems. So remember, Xbox One X is current gen. You can't play in the Madden tournament if you have that. Xbox One S is an older current gen. You can't participate if you have that console. Xbox Series X is next gen. Xbox Series S is next gen. Now, I purchased the Xbox Series X. Let me show you what it looks like. It goes for about $500. I spent about $600 altogether. And so if you look at these Xboxes, so we're going to go Xbox Series S and X. If you look at the verses, one of them is cheaper. One looks like a big tower. And the other one is, let me pull it up here so I can show it to you. I want to make sure we got it right. So this is your Xbox One X. You don't want to get that. It's not the current gen. So we're going to go to the Xbox here. Let me see if they have a picture of it here. I don't even know why they really have this out. This is an old gen system. It's not next gen. So this right here is your Series X. So this is your new next gen consoles. And so let me repeat. If you have the Xbox One X, that's a current gen, you can't play in the Madden tournament. If you have an Xbox One S, you can't participate. If you have Xbox One or 360, you can't participate. So let me scroll down here and show you what you need to have. So these are the two consoles that are next gen. You have the Xbox Series S, and this one only plays digital games. Like, it doesn't take a disc. So you can download your games here on the Series S, Xbox Series S. The Series X, this is the one I purchased. It looks like a big tower. It's pretty cool. This one you can take a disc or download digital. This one has more storage, obviously. So we could click on learn more. And so you have them here. This is the fastest, most powerful Xbox ever. And this one is fast. I just purchased this one. This one is fast. So if you look at the learn more here, we'll talk about the Series S as you kind of go down and see it. This, again, this is a disc free. So you can't, if you buy this, it's going to be cheaper but you're not going to be able to use a disc. You can't buy disc games, but you can download games all day, which is pretty cool. Some people do it. I like to buy the disc games. I like to go back and exchange it. So this is a digital game here, so no disc. So it is cheaper, but it's not the, I think it's like, don't quote me on like $289 or $299, something like that. So we go back and we look at the Xbox Series X, which is a next gen console. And if you look at this is pretty much, this thing is a beast. I have this myself. This thing is a beast. It runs clean. It doesn't glitch out. Like literally, I was getting kicked out of my matches with my old Xbox One S, and it wasn't as smooth. You had frame rate issues or whatever. This one, none of that. This thing is 4K. It plays really good. It's amazing, and I think it's really worth it if you need it. So you know what consoles to get. So we got that out of the way. All right. So just so you know, most people are confused. You need a next gen console to compete. This is what it says here. And some of you didn't know the difference between the Xboxes. So hopefully I explained it to you very well and you know what it is. One of the reasons why I made the move over here so I could play in the tournament. Now, as we scroll down here, you have the list of events all here this year. So they got the list of events already listed. So you're going to have all your eligibility. You guys can read that. You can go to ea.com/games/MCS. So again, easports.com, you'll kind of find all about it. So you can go through the rules. You can read it. It tells you all the eligibility. And I'm going to go in and I'm going to show you my registration pretty much. So again, all of the rules are right here. It really tells everything in detail. And so if you have everything, the requirements, and you can actually register. So it tells you the kickoff. It tells you all the placements and everything. Pretty much tells you everything you need to know. Points awarded at conclusion of live finals. So it tells you about the point system, how they're going to get you in. And it's pretty cool. So if you go to register now, you can actually go here. You can find your tournament. You can register on your phone. You hit find your tournament. And this is the next one coming up. You can register anytime before. I'm already registered, as you see here, but you can register anytime before October 1st. And you can be able to get in there. There's helpful information here. And so if you click on this, because I'm already registered, it's going to take me inside where I register. So as you see, it's waiting for the tournament and I'm already registered. That's my Discord right here at the start. And if we go to the participants, you'll see there are 1,766 players registered. Now, if we go to the brackets, if we go in and kind of look at everything, just so you guys know, again, they have all the countries here. There are the rules here as they have them. So these are the Thanksgiving rules. So if you're registering for this tournament, you need to know the rules. So all Thanksgiving games we play using MUT game mode. So pause right here. If you are a person that does not play MUT, Madden Ultimate Team, you're going to need to get your team together. So if you think this is going to be a regs tournament, as a matter of fact, I just played regs and tried to get myself ranked in the top. I've been in the top or near the top 50, coming off of the current gen console. I did all the time to get the top 50. Guess what? Regs mean nothing other than just like saying that you're a top XYZ in regs. Madden Ultimate Team is where you actually go and build your team. You're going to need that to compete. So you're definitely going to need that to compete into this Madden Ultimate Team. I don't know who's sending me on his messages or whatever, but okay, whatever. But you're going to need that to compete, and you're going to have to learn how to build a MUT squad. So I'll show you that because I'm actually building one myself. And what's so good about the MUT squad, and I'm just going to talk about this gingerly, is some people come in and they believe that they don't have a chance skill-wise. So skill-wise, you might not be as good as these professional players, right? But here's what I'm finding out as I'm digging deep into this. I actually had a chance to talk to a professional player who played this as well. His name is Duke. He was a top, I think he was in one of the tournaments. So I had a chance to talk to him online. And I don't know who's putting stuff on my comments. This is crazy. But anyway, The thing about this is you can actually build a team to fit your style. And you might have people who might not be that skilled. Like there's a guy named Jet. He is in the tournament, has won. And I watched his gameplay against a professional Madden player. He's been around for a long time, but his scheme, he doesn't pass. Let me repeat. He does not pass in his offense. He literally runs read option. He literally runs, RPOs, read options. That's all he runs. And he's having you shift from one side of the field to the next, trying to figure out what he's doing. But he is not a esteemed passer. But he's actually hung with one of the top Madden players in the world because his team was built for it. His line was built for it, and he has pretty good defense. So if you build your team correctly, it literally gives everyone a chance to compete because maybe you've built your team so great and you put the right abilities on, but you're not as skilled, but you got your team built to kind of assist what you want to do. A lot of times in these games, you might get block shit. You might have a decent defensive line that just sheds blocks, and a person might not have their offensive line up to par. Well, guess what? You can probably make the top 100, 200 because you have a great team in MUT and because they're block shedding all over the place. Or you might have a great secondary, or you might have a good quarterback, or you might have a Jerome Bennis and you might have a power run scheme. So don't get discouraged because you're not a professional Madden player. I mean, you do have to have some skill, but you give yourself a better chance to win depending on your team. So let's scroll down here. So you're going to have what's called ladder matches, and your ladder matches basically, it's going to be literally a total of 232 competitors in this platform, and you have to get in the ladder matches till it's down to 232. Now, let's be honest. I've played and seen some of these individuals in the past on the older Xboxes. And in MUT, I was able to crack the top 300 in MUT. So I was right there at the tournament. I got my butt kicked. I played MUT maybe about, I want to say back in 2018, before all this, next gen came out. And I was able to crack the top 300 and got in the tournament and was one win away from being in a qualifying money round. This guy got blasted. That was like 2018. And since then, I hadn't played anymore. I just kind of play with my squad and my people. And so I don't know why this person is spamming my comments here. Sorry about that. We just be getting people that would just be crazy. Moving the chat box. Okay. Now, literally, as we go through here and talk more about it, you can play your ladder matches, you win, and you're in. Now, here's the prize pool. So for November, it's going to be a total of $260,000 on the line that will be awarded to competitors based on their placement. So first to fourth place, there's going to be a final phase. But if you get fifth or sixth place, you're going to win $5,000. If you get seventh or eighth place, you're going to win $2,500. And $230,000 United States dollars will be awarded to a total of competitors. So again, your first place is $75,000. Your second place is $40,000. Third to fourth place is $27,000. Fifth to eighth place is $15,000. So it's still pretty good money. Now, if you go back here and you look at the past people who have played this, it's going to show you what they did last year in Madden 22. So last year was $1 million. This year is 1.7 million. So it's up by 700,000. As you see, I'm logged in right here as my name, but I'll show you listed winners. So last year, and this guy is really good. He's really, really good. You got to check him out. He is like pretty awesome. But last year there was a gentleman named Henry. He won $250,000. He's one of the MCS winners. And somebody named Wesley came in at 150,000. And then third and fourth, they split the 100,000. Fifth through eighth, split 55,000. Ninth through 14th place, 30,000. And again, you had your placement, your qualifiers, qualify for Ultimate Madden Bowl, and you see here all the money. So you can see the first tournament, which is the Madden Bowl that was split. And then you see the wild card as well, which is what they did. So Henry won the wild card last year, and you see all the splits of the money. Then you go to Thanksgiving, same time this year. So each of these are tournaments where, you know, it starts off with the kickoff where there's 40,000, 25,000 top prize. So all this equaled $1 million. They're going to do the same thing again this year. And so if you are looking to do that, you're going to need the right console, and you're going to need to do MUT. Now I'm just starting MUT. I need to get my MUT team together. And for me, yeah, I want to have a chance to compete. I want to get better. This is going to be a hobby for me. But I am now building up my MUT team. I'm going to show it to you. This is my actual official MUT team. So this is your Madden Ultimate Team. What's cool about this, I'm going to show you, you know, some people spend money to get their team. You don't have to do that. You just have to, if you got enough time, you can grind it out and get you a good team. You can get you a MUT team made up of people. So you might have a Joe Montana and a Randy Moss. And again, you know, imagine having that. My buddy Tony might be watching. They have a Michael Vick. Imagine, and Tony's really good at running quarterback. Imagine having a Michael Vick and Marshawn Lynch in your backfield or defensive end. So let me show you. I'm going to switch gears here, and give me 1 second. I'm going to switch the screen. I might be able to do it now. I'm going to switch the screen over, and we're going to talk a little bit about the MUT here. So you see the rules, you see everything here. So let me go back here, make sure you guys are good. So you see all the rules here. You see the schedule. You see October 1st between 1 p.m. and 9 p.m. Eastern time. That's your ladder day. So your ladder days are going to be between 1 p.m. and 9 p.m. So you want to make sure you make your ladder matches. October 2nd is going to be, these are all your ladder days. So you have all these days to catch up and to get in that top seeded. So you have your single elimination bracket all through October, and then we'll be ready for Thanksgiving tournament. And yeah, I will be trying to get my team together, ready to play this too. You got your brackets, and it'll tell you where people are at. And so you'll have, as you see, I haven't jumped in yet and started my matches. So I need to get my matches started so I can view my ladder info. So again, there's no standings yet because I haven't jumped in and started yet. So again, once I do, then it'll have my brackets there. So let me see, find me. And then there's your media too. So, you know, you can upload your bracket stuff here. There's your help center, and you can upload kind of all this stuff. You can view your portal. You can edit your registration fields here. So this is my registration here as well. And so let me make sure I submit these. I think I got everything good. And so I'm going to get busy today entering into my MUT. So let me dive into this part so you guys can see how this plays out. Because it's really interesting, you know, how cool this is. And so I don't want you guys to be discouraged because you think you have to play regs. Nope. You can build a team. As a matter of fact, I've seen people play, and no knock on them. I've seen people play that were just like bare bones basic. When I mean bare bones basic, I've seen people get into the top 15 or 20 because they had a great team. They put together a great team. They used the abilities correctly. They used the X factors correctly because you can assign abilities and X factors. They themed them. They got all the bells and whistles on the team. Some people will go out and pay, you know, $800-900 for Madden cards. Some people will grind it out. You don't have to spend any money. So I'm going to show you how I'm trying to do a no money spent, and hopefully this will kind of clear everything up. And don't worry, we won't be too long here. And so let me switch over to my game window, and bear with me 1 second here. All right, so we're going to go to my game window here, and I'm going to show you MUT. And this is MUT for Dummies. I mean, if you've seen it before, then cool. All right, so let me show you the Madden Ultimate Team part. And this way you can kind of get an idea. So if you go to your main screen, and I just did this today, because I was playing regs on here. Honestly, regs don't really mean anything because it just don't, I mean, regs are just for bragging rights. And so I use my regs to run schemes to figure out which one that I'm going to use here. And so if you go here to where it says Ultimate Team and you click it, it's going to give you some cards, right? So you'll have players. And so your objective is to build a team. Right now, my team is a 68 overall. I can't take this into anywhere and expect to do anything. So you got what's called these challenges. And what you could do, I'm going to tell you who I've gotten so far. So far, I have gotten Marshawn Lynch as my running back. I got Night Train Lane as a quarterback. I'm actually working on getting Iron Mike or Mike Dicker as a tight end. And then also, this is Reggie White. I'll get Reggie White. I'll get probably, Fitzpatrick. And I'll get Cam Chancellor, who is a beast. And so that's one challenge. So you go to the NFL Team of the Week. You have even more people you can get. Let me see who will have. You can get Saquon Barkley. You can get Drew Bledsoe. You can get Champ Bailey. So these are all players that are available. You got your campus heroes. You're going to get stuff from that too. So each one of these contains like different abilities, different teams, themes of that nature. And what you want to do is you want to get the people first, and then you can give them abilities. And so you have your legends here, which I'm just skipping around. So I got Andre Reed already. So you have him, you can rank him up. And there's Jerome Bettis. I'm working on him as well. So there's Jay Hallenberg. There is Anthony Munson. There's Lester Hayes, Mike Vrabel, Steve Atwater, Deacon Jones. And they'll have more players. They'll have like an Ed Reed, Ronnie Lott. There's Jeremy Shockey. There's Chris McAllister, if you guys remember him. Michael Vick. Oh man, Michael Vick is going to be, my man Tony, if he's watching this, Michael Vick is going to be a killer. Oh my gosh. Like this guy is crazy. You got Rod Woodson. So I'm going to go compete and get all these guys, and I have to update them. And then you can even trade for them. There's Herman Moore, back with the Detroit Lions. So it's a lot of legends they have out here. They'll have even more. And so let me show you who I got on my team so far. And you can upgrade these players. And so it's real strategic to build a team. So anybody can do this. I mean, you don't have to be the best player. You just have to have a great team and build your team around this game, which I think is great. So, I really don't see much value in doing the regs, other than if you just want to play people, for cloud or whatever, just be someone with a reg team. But the value is really here doing the MUT where you can compete. This is where you really get on the stage and compete. So I'm going to go and take you to my team so you guys can see. Let me not leave it here, but let me go to my team and I'll show you. Right now we suck. I got to build it out. We're just absolute garbage. But let me show you who I started off with, and you can upgrade these players. So at my running back, you don't know any of these guys, but I do have Marshawn. I do have Marshawn Lynch. Let me go in. Well, you see him right here. I have Marshawn Lynch. It's an 82 overall. I need to upgrade him and max him out and give him his abilities. And my quarterback, I do have Joe Burrow. So as you see, I have him. He's I need to make him my starter. Okay, I just made him my starter. Cool. So I got Joe Burrow, and so I have to collect more starters. I have George Kittle, who's a 69. So again, I have to rank these players all up or get their skill up. And so that's pretty much what MUT is. But you can do it without spending that. If you want to spend money, you can get packs. That's up to you. They have these packs here. And you can also trade in players and get what you want. So you have these packs where these guys are pretty much already upgraded. So you might be able to get a Derrick Henry or whatever. And you got these different packs you can purchase, which I'm not going to purchase. I'm going to do a no money spend squad. I'm not going to purchase any of these packs because you still got to upgrade them. But I mean, some people purchase the packs just to get an easy way into, to building a team for the tournament. So if you're watching this, you got a little bit of work to do. So you want to get out there. You want to grind for your team. You really don't want to mess around and do, much. Get you a good scheme that, that you can find. Get you a good defense because you can get defensive playbooks on here. And get you, your players, build your scheme. The cool thing I like about this is, and I should have done this earlier rather than wasting time with regs. But it's something that you guys want to see. Cool thing about this is you can get a team and build them around your scheme. So my scheme, I love to pass. I am a passer by nature. I love to throw dots. So, I'm going to get a highly accurate quarterback. I don't really need a running quarterback. I like the accuracy of the quarterback. So I want to get a highly accurate quarterback. And, what's available to me, I think the most accurate one I can get is probably Joe Montana. So I'll get probably Joe Montana or Drew Bledsoe. And I like to have big receivers. So I'm going to get a Randy Moss and a Herman Moore. And, I want to have a good tight end. And I want to really have a balanced team. As far as running, I would prefer pretty much a back that can, really a speed back and a pounding back. Defense, my defense is going to be built around blitzing. So I really need to have my points go into defensive line and corners. Linebackers, I'm not too concerned about, but I'm going to upgrade my corners, man coverage and everything, and a good safety and a D-line. So corners and a D-line, pretty much. As far as my linebackers, just for what I run, I'm not going to put too much into the linebackers, maybe an ability point or so. So that's kind of how I'm going to build out my team. And so let me go through this as well and show you just, some of the things that you have in much. So if you want to go through, the first thing you want to do is you want to do your daily missions. So you want to start your team, upgrade your team. I'm actually doing that, earn Joe Barrow. So I've already done that. So again, if you complete all these missions, you'll earn your reward. So I need to upgrade my team. And I think I got Joe Barrow already, unlike your starter team. And so I need to power up and upgrade some people. So I'm going to go through and make sure I get the people I want. So that is kind of a crash course into this tournament, into MUT. $1.7 million up for grabs. Why would I not do this, right? And so I'm going to start streaming MUT games. And I may stream a few little skill games here just to kind of show off some skill. I have a few offenses I've actually created. So this is it's a pretty cool hobby that I'm kind of into now. So this is what we're going to be rocking with, folks. Let me make my thing a little bigger here. There we go. So hopefully this will help some of you guys out who are doing Madden, or you're doing MUT, or you're doing, any of this stuff, just to kind of give you the correct information out there if you want to do the Madden MCS series. So if you have any questions, please leave a comment on my channel. Again, if you want to follow me, there's a link below. I stream on Twitch, I stream on Facebook, and I stream on YouTube. I stream on all of them simultaneously. And so you can catch me on either one of those platforms. And I will have a streaming schedule out. And so you can follow my journey into this. I mean, I don't know where it's going to end up. I could get my clock cleaned, or I could do okay. Nowhere in my wildest dreams do I expect to even come close to some of these professionals. But you know what? Why not give it a shot? You only live one life. And if I'm not going to try to compete with the best, then, I'm not going to do it at all. So my intent is to do the best I can in these tournaments. And again, I probably have a better chance of getting struck by lightning and hitting a lottery than I do of probably winning this tournament. But there's always that small percentage of a chance, right? Something could go wrong. I've seen things in these games, man. Let me tell you, I have seen casual gamers go up against some professionals, and things go wrong in this game, like real football. Somebody could fumble. They can make the best pass in the world. They can get hit by a Ronnie Lott, cough the ball up, and you can sit on the clock. Like literally, if you have the right team, you can hit somebody, get a fumble, and just clock them out. Right? These guys that are good, you can clock them out, and just play basic football. So, everyone puts their pants on one leg at a time, like I do. The skill gap in Madden, it could probably be compensated for the right team. So you can have a low skill, but execute what your plan is to perfection and see what happens. You just never know. But hey, we all got a chance to do the same thing. So we missed the first tournament, on to the second one. That's everything you need to know about the Madden MCS Bowl. Make sure you register. I will put a link below so you can do that in this channel. So thank you folks for watching. Hopefully see you next time, and you have all the 4-in-1 you need. And I will begin restreaming here, but I'm going to be building my team. So I'll probably stream as I build my team so you guys can see how it's going to come about. Right now, we're just starting it today. We're a little late. And so we got between now and October to get our stuff together, right? So we got a lot of work to do. But that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate you guys. And I'll see you on the next stream.